Hello and welcome to Unka Bean's Games Lab. I am Unka Bean and you are in the lab. Today we are looking at episode number 2 of Oxygen Not Included, Quality of Life Upgrade. Since there were some changes to mechanics and gameplay, we did start a new base, but that's okay because this one is going to give us plenty of time to get off into space. Now, as you can remember last episode, the first 4 cycles, we built our bedroom, and it's currently not showing because we have just started, so let's go like that. Pause it up again really quick, and there you go. As you can see, we got our barracks built and our latrine to get the morale started, so we're going to be able to get jobs going very soon. We also worked on getting a little bit of power going. Got to get that started. Our compost, our outhouse, and our research has been started. Now that we've got into our research, the next thing we're going to be starting into is our food. Colony needs a food source, so we are going to work on that. So let's get our little duplicates started on what they were doing, get everything back to work, and let's start building our farm. Let's see, as always, 1, 2, 3, 4, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 will be, actually, I need 23. I forgot to count the door. There we go. And under food, we now have the farm tile. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 spaces for the farm machine. And this will be our completed little greenhouse when it is done. For now, it makes an excellent place to grow food. There we go. Let's do it this way. Set the priority for these on 7. Set the priority for these on 6. And we will soon have it growing. Actually, I'm just going to dig out that whole thing. And that is not a farm tile. There we go. 10 farm tiles, a space for the farm machine, and 10 more farm tiles, and it's a perfect size greenhouse. So this will get our food going as quick as we possibly can. So as I said, what I was going to start doing was doing a bit of building, explain why I'm doing it, take a little bit of a break while they build a little bit, and then keep things moving. As you can see, we've only got 13,000 kilocalories of food at the moment. That's why I'm still not bringing in this duplicate. We are going to get some mealwood growing right away. Speaking of which, we're going to need some seeds for that. So we will also get that going. There we go. Okay, so I will now pause the recording and we will resume once they've done some building. See you in a few minutes. Farming area, the greenhouse we're building. But our research has been completed. That means it's time to move on. Okay, now, as you can see, we've got a lot of things we need to research. We're not going to need a lot of it for a little while, but we can work on all of it bit by bit. Let's see. We are starting to get the morale. We're going to be building the mess tent, or the mess hall soon, so we might as well get the jobs and the advanced research going. Then we can start moving a little farther into the pile and start researching what we need. Alright, so that was just a quick interloper break there. We will be right back again. Our little hamster wheel is keeping poor Big John really busy. I see he's just starting his break, so we are on the break shift, which means this is going to be slowing down for a little while, and we should see you about halfway through cycle 6. See you soon. Okay, so now that we've got this set up, what we're going to do is set up our mealwood seeds. I'm going to set the priority for 6 because I really like that. And then, oops, I forgot to plant. Mealwood seed. Plant. Priority 6. Pop. There we go. And just copy them all the way down the line. Now, if they don't have enough mealwood to plant, they will plant until they run out. And then when they harvest and get another seed, they'll plant the next one. So it doesn't matter if you have them waiting. Now, Farmer Joe's on his break, so he'll take care of that as soon as he wakes up, because he is our farmer. And we're at 9,000 kilocalories of food, which is more than enough to get us going. There we go, we're getting everything built. And soon we will have everything done. We do not have the farming machine yet. That will come in under refinement. No, it'll come in under station, farming station. But we have got our job board. And soon we will have our advanced computer for researching. We'll get that going. But now that we've got this started, next we're going to deal with power. I don't need my little duplicates running on that hamster wheel all day. It's really slowing down progress. This should have been done a cycle ago. Now I know I could have added another duplicate, but then my food would be down about 6,000 calories while I'm waiting for food. So it's kind of a balancing act. I'm not worried about this door right now because there's nothing over here but algae. And we're doing pretty good on algae. We've got 3 tons right now. So we're doing good. We have no problems with that. Plus we still have lots of places to dig out algae. Lots here and here. Lots more up here. And we're going to be getting in this area very soon. But like I said, next I want to take care of power. Okay, Farmer Jones is going to be working on that. Let's get our power up and running. Let's see, we'll dig into that algae right there because as I showed you, no germs on this slime, so we are quite fine with that. Now we're going to need some tiles for the bottom so we can run some wire. There we go. And for power, we're going to move on to the jumbo battery. Now, I think 4 is all we're going to need. That is going to be more than enough. So I'll just close that off. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is 3. That way I don't let that polluted oxygen out yet. Because there is polluted oxygen hanging around there. We don't want to let it escape while we build something. Even though it's just toxic. It's not slime lung or anything. It'd be nice to get these thimble reeds for making some clothing later. I've actually never done that. 600 plus hours in this game and I've never done clothing. Okay, as you can see, our mealwood is starting to get placed here. They're out of seeds now, but we'll have a few more soon. The greenhouse is built. This is good. Dr. Jones is finishing off the research. And once he's done that, we're going to put him into building for a little while. There we go. Now, Dr. Jones, you can work with the rest of the crowd. Another mealwood seed we can plant. That's always a good sign. Let's set the priority down here. Not yet. We forgot to put in the wire. There we go. Sometimes the mouse, it slips. And 2 more down there. And we are set. There we go. Now, once those are done, I'm going to destroy these. But we want to make sure we got some power first as backup. And we want to watch the time of day we're doing it. We don't want to switch them off power in the middle of the night when everybody's going to sleep. Okay, as you have almost got those harvested, this is very nice. We're going to be going for a flower pot soon to get the briar seeds going. Alright, we've almost got 10 meal lice going. That's nice. Now the reason I do them in sets of 5 is because later on I may convert them to bristle blossoms. And 1 light will cover 5 tiles, so that would give me 2 full sets of bristle blossoms. We're going to see what happens. Okay. I think I'm going to have to set the priority on this up a little bit. Move it up to 6. There we go. And that will get them working on that. And Dr. Jones can join in. And we'll get back on the research once we get this completed. I want to get the research computer built first anyway, and the job started. So maybe I will place the jobs board and the supercomputer. Let's see, 1, 2 spaces. Let's get it 3. And of course we're going to need power. And we're going to need to take that area out. There we go. Nicely, they will take care of these batteries first. Then once they do, we can get those charging up a bit. That'll probably be close to cycle 8. And then we will move on with building the mess hall. That is where I think we're going to go next. Because right now we do not have enough morale to give them any big jobs. I think we need one more morale for research. I could set the miner up. Get Big John getting his digging going. But as for the farmer and the researcher, I believe they need more morale than they have. Let's take a quick look. Morale is at 3. Yes, they need more morale than they have. Dr. Jones is getting 4. He's pretty happy for some reason. I don't know why, but that's good. You want your researcher to have a good morale. Excellent. And now we are getting the batteries charged. This is exactly what we need. Less time on the hamster wheel. And like I said, very soon we will be converting to coal power. So what we're going to do is take a break while we build, and we'll be right back. Okay, as you can see, they're just finishing up the batteries. Working on the last one now as we speak. And we are going to be deconstructing these so we can put in our coal power plant, which we will be doing right away. This will stop our little duplicates from running on the hamster wheel, and will give them a lot more time to build, research, and work on the things that are actually important. Okay, there we go. We need that. Now we'll go to deconstruct power wires. We don't need that one or that one anymore. They're just there adding ugly decor because they add -1 to the decor, so we don't need that. And it's a little bit more copper we can reuse. Okay, now what we're going to do is set the priority on this to 8 and get it going right away. And I see they already are. Very good. So we've got 3 batteries now. We'll be moving on to coal power. And we are now working on the supercomputer. As you can see, we now have 10 meal lice growing. They managed to find another one in their little dig. And now we can start building on other things. So we will set the priority on this right up to 6 so they don't start working on this till they're done with everything else. And we are going to start moving up in the world. There we go. Drop in tiles for where we want them to be. That's going to be the ceiling and floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be the roof. All right. Let's collect some plants while we're here. And this little guy we will auto harvest and grab that meal. There we go. That'll give them room to jump in there and start doing that. That'll give us a couple more meal wood as well. Never hurts to have more food growing, and you want it growing in cycles. You don't want it all coming up at once because it's going to be just a little while before we get refrigeration. Although that is one of the things we will be working towards. Food is holding steady at 10,000 kilocalories. So we have no complaints. Okay, excellent. Supercomputers coming in, and then they will work on this next area. Which is going to be our mess hall. Okay, let's see. Another thing I want to point out. As you can see, we still have lots of room for polluted water in our wash basin. That is one of the other advantages to not grabbing the duplicates too quickly. Now, we have less carbon than we would have had if we had had 4 or 5 duplicates running by now. Our food would be less. As you can see, we got a good crop going. They're 46% done. They'll be grown well before we run out of food. And we will have more planted before everything runs out as well. As you can see, there's also more muckroot up here, which gives us free food. The compost is at a good level. We don't have to worry about that. Wash basin's barely been touched. Coal's got lots of coal. As you can see under consumable ore over here, consumable ore, we have 6 tons of coal. That's enough to last quite a while. And we have a lot more we'll be digging out as we go. We have a few nice coal mines around here. Okay, at this point I'm thinking I should get Dr. Jones back to work on research. Now let's see what we're going to be needing soon. I'm not going to be needing plumbing yet. We can use those flower pots to add decor. Or we could power right into refrigeration for our food, which might not be a bad idea either. So we'll start with that, and then we'll move on. Let's get our refrigerators going. We're building the mess hall. We're going to need real food. When this grows, we're going to start producing food. So I think that is going to be our next mission. We'll work on refrigerators, then we'll work on a little bit of morale, and then we will, with the mess hall, we'll have enough morale to actually assign jobs. And that is what we are working on right now. We just have to build this so our little farmer can get up there and harvest all those plants, and there he goes. And the harvesting has begun. Here's a question. Why is Big John harvesting? His priority should be set to not farm. Oh, I didn't set the others to not farm, did I? That is not your job. You and Mr. Farmer John, you do it much quicker. So no sense wasting their talents. Okay, is Dr. Jones going on break? Looks like he is. Nah, Big John, sorry. So that is the start of the next shift. I think what we are going to do, since we've got most of the area cleared out now, is start putting in our mess hall. There we go. We're going to need a pneumatic door. We're not going to need to worry about those tiles. And we're going to need to go into furniture for our mess tables. Space, 1, 2, space, 1, 2, double space, 1, 2. Add that tile in there. Oh, I've got something there. There we go. That was the meal root I harvested. But this will get our little mess hall built. Interesting. It might actually be small enough that I can get away with it. We'll find out. Okay, so Dr. Jones is back on the research path. The meal lice is growing. Next, we're going to be needing food. But first, we need our mess hall. My quick apologies there. I set up the jobs without pointing them out to you guys. I thought I'd hit the record button, but I hit the wrong one. So what I did was I stuck Big John into mining, Dr. Jones into research because he now has the morale, and Farmer Joe into farming because he now has the morale. As you can see, you need at least +4 morale for the tier 2 jobs. Now we could have stuck Big John on mining right away, but that wasn't a big deal. Okay, so we are still in the process of waiting for our microbe masher. We will be back. Alright, we've got our microbe musher built. As you can see, you can still build the mush bars, which is the diarrhea bar, or you can build the lice loaf. Now I just get it forever until we start getting other things built up. Once we start getting a sous chef, we'll be able to do other things with food like pickled lice, meat, omelets, a few more things we can eat that are a little better off. So we're not too worried about that yet. And what I was thinking about it, I decided I didn't really need that there either. Now, one of the things I do want is a planter and 2 refrigerators. The refrigerators, one for the meal lice for this, and one for over here for the food, so they can store the lice loaf. As you can see, Dr. Jones is just about done the research, so we're doing okay there. Our little polluted water still got a ways to go. Our carbon pit is going to be something we're going to be digging out soon, but it's not getting too dense yet. So we're still okay there. Okay, we're still at 13 meal lice. And it looks like we're going to be ready to start doing some more building. Excellent. Farmer Joe's going to be busy for a while. He has a lot of meal lice. And Dr. Jones is going to be busy, so it's up to Big John. So since he is our miner, I think what we're going to do is we're going to build out this. Yeah, we'll go right to there. There we go. That will keep Big John busy. And while the other 2 are doing their thing, we're going to get some meal lice stocked up. And once we get the refrigerators and start storing it, and it doesn't rot so quick, we'll bring in our next duplicant, which will definitely be shortly. Okay, our research has been completed, so what that has now given us is a farm station, which we are going to place right here. That will turn this into a greenhouse. We may have to cover this in and this in. I think I've got it maxed out for size. We will find out. And, of course, in refinement, it gave us the fertilizer synthesizer, and under food, the refrigerator. One here for meal lice, and one here for lice loaf. And we will power those little puppies up. There. And a little bit there. Okay. Excellent. Now we're just going to leave the priority where it is. Big John still hasn't started on this, but they've got to dig it down a bit. Now that we've got some meal lice collected, we're going to have some more growing soon, but it looks like we've used it all in the lice loaf, so this is good. That means we can hopefully get it all stored fresh. Let's set the priority on this really high. Get it done. There we go. That would be done before anything else. Except Big John's probably working on the mining. No, he's not. I see Dr. Jones going to bed. He's the final sleeper, so that means Big John... Where is Big John? Where'd you go, Big John? Oh, you're cleaning out the toilet. Good man. Smelly job, but somebody's got to do it. Alright, we still got a couple of uses left on that. But before it runs out, we're going to stick another one in there. This saves us from having to empty this one. We're going to set the priority on this one to 9 as well. Make it a big priority. I didn't need to set that refrigerator so high. But we've got a full cycle before anybody has to go to the restroom again. So we should be more than fine. I will be able to build and disable that building before it is even needed. Okay, we are doing good. I'm going to get the research going here again in a minute. I just want to get these things built up really quick. It is very important to have refrigerators. Keeps your food fresh longer. And the longer your food is fresh, the better off you are. And what were you doing, Farmer Jones? Delivering dirt. Not yet, eh? Cleaning out the compost. Well, we need to do that too. See, we're just about done with the wash basin. Set the priority to 6 and set the direction. There we go. And we are going to disable this building. And they should have water in that before it is needed again. Make sure Big John isn't covered in germs. Nope, he's good. Everything is good. Okay, the priority on that is regular, so they should be going up and getting that water pretty quick. Dr. Jones is delivering water. Our refrigerator is built. We are going to set that for meal lice with a priority of 7. That way we store as much meal lice as quickly as possible. Oh, it's not meal lice I want in there. I did that backwards. Lice loaf. There we go. Now we'll get them set up right. And have we dropped off water yet? It's coming. Good. Okay, then we are definitely set for the next stage of our development. There we go. You get the meal lice. Only at a priority of 6. Okay, the lice loaf is fresh at 91% and dropping, so that will do us very well. Once we start getting some lice loaf stored up, we're at 18,000 kilocalories right now. Once we start getting our food, maybe we'll bring in our duplicate now. We should be okay. Let's see who we have. Okay, small bladder and an irritable bowel. That's not really a good combination. Athletics, cooking, and kindness. Well, we could use a good cook. Irritable bowel means they're a little longer on the toilet when they take their break, and that's fine. The athletics and cooking are a good combination, and the kindness, if they need to care for somebody, they can do that as well. Unfortunately, they like to tidy, operate, and build. See, tyrophobia. Cannot dig. Well, that's not so bad. Athletics, creativity, and learning, though. We need somebody more with cooking. So I think we're going to take the +3 cooking. And we are going to have Chef Devin join our group. Oh, and everybody was happy to get a new friend. Oh, isn't that special? Oh, hi, Devin. Guess what? You're going to be sleeping with Big John, so you can sleep there. Our noisy sleeper expands out to here, so when we put somebody on his, we're going to put them in there so they don't bother each other. We don't need a noisy sleeper keeping everybody awake. Okay, now let's see if we're going to need to fill that. No, we don't. We got lucky. We have a greenhouse, which makes our plants grow a little bit faster. I'm not sure how much that works on mealwood, but I mean, once we're growing other plants, it'll definitely help. Okay, so now we're going to be needing some more lice loaf. We need to get our carbon pit dug out, which they're working on diligently. So we are off to a good start. I don't want to dig that polluted oxygen out yet, but it is time to start working on sanitation and decontamination. Actually, no. Let's work on decor and artistic expression. And while we're doing that, we are going to work on the next section of our base, which is going to be storage. That's not going to do much to keep anything out. There we go. Now we're going to have some room to store some things and start to tidy up our base. As you can see, our decor is pretty horrible. All that stuff lying on the ground, that red area, that's all bad decor. That adds to stress and it makes our duplicants unhappy, and it's just not a good thing. So we're going to clean some stuff up while we're working here. And there we go. We shall return once we've built some lockers. Alrighty, while we're working on our lockers here, I quickly added in another restroom and another sink. I did this because we now have 2 duplicants on our first shift, and if they want to use the restroom together, I don't want one of them leaving an accident on the floor. We have seen how that can happen, and it's just never pretty. Alright, while we're getting these started, we would have got agriculture, we've got fertilizer. Might as well get that started. I just do them in order on the way down the line. They will pick it up as they need it, and they will continue to build. Alrighty, this is just about where we're going to be closing out today's episode. What we've done is we've gotten off the hamster wheel, added some batteries. We've got our juice up to 900 watts out of 1,000 when it's going. So we're going to have to work on more power soon. Or at least better wiring. We've recently completed our research, which gives us the pedestal, the ice block, the crown molding, sculpting blocks, all that lovely stuff. Ceiling lights, libraries, everything we need. So that means we're going to be starting on our next set of research. I might as well get that started now before we head out. Now let's see, I do like the fire pole, but I'm thinking it's time to move into decontamination and deodorizers. We're going to need to be emptying those sinks soon, and they're going to be putting out a lot of polluted oxygen. The nice thing is this gives us our plumbing and our sanitation right off the bat, so it does push us in a direction we need to go. Soon we'll be getting the water sieve and doing our self-sustaining lavatory. And judging by the rate this episode went, it may only be an episode or 2 away. We are definitely moving much faster with this, but like I said, leave me a note in the comments. Let me know, do you prefer me to do it this way, where I just basically build, explain, and then disappear while I let them build it and come back? Or do you prefer to sit there and listen to me ramble on while I just talk about nothing and the universe and life and everything else while I play? These are the things we need to know to make this channel a success. So do me a favor, chip in, leave a comment. If you do like the video and you find it helpful, give us a like, a share, and a subscribe. We are always happy to have new subscribers. And if you actually did listen to the end of this video, send me a message with your email. I will send you a list of games and give you a free game. If you like first-person shooters, I have a ton you can choose from. So this offer is open to anybody who actually watches this video and listens. If you subscribe, that would be awesome. But like I said, leave a comment. And if you want a free game, send me a message with your email. Do not make it public because you don't want to be giving your email out. I promise you I will not use it for anything. I am just an old hippie who plays video games and subscribes to Humble Bundle. And as I subscribe to Humble Bundle, I get 8 or 10 free games a month, and a lot of them I don't play. Because I'm really not a first-person shooter kind of guy. I have no coordination for that. I just get my ass kicked. You find me dead in an alley every time. But I know a lot of people out there might like these games, so give me a shout. Let me know. And I will send you a game. We've got everything built. Like I said, we've got everything going really well. We've got our farming station built, so we've got our plants growing a little faster. We're up to 16,000 kilocalories of food. And these will all be coming in soon, so we'll be making tons of lice loaf. And just before I end this episode, we have a new cook. That is exactly why I brought in Chef Devin. You are going to be our new chef, my friend. And while we're at it, you should have the morale to become a sous chef. And you do. So there you go. We're going to save it here. Let's give her a pause, and we will see you guys in the next episode. This is Unka Bean saying take care. Have a great one.